Welcome back to the channel. Alright, the last of the Enduro Engineering parts is the radiator guards. So, like and subscribe first off, and let's get to work installing the radiator guards on the Beta 390 so that these things don't become the victim of a rock in the desert. Okay, let's get to it. First thing on the instructions is to remove the seat, so we're just gonna push the button, see if I can do this with one hand. There's that. Cool. Next up, we need to remove the radiator shroud, so the plastic here. What are we working with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 bolts it looks like. Oh, it looks like we just have to do the front ones, so that's pretty easy. Let's get that out here. Okay. And these are specific to their spots, so just keep that in mind. Short one and a long one on both sides. And don't lose things. Next up, we just have to push this louver out. Can do it with one hand, maybe. Oh God. Two of those are out. Next up, we get to remove the lower and upper, these two bolts right here, using an 8mm. The instructions call that we are not going to be reusing the bolts, but we're going to reuse the washers. So keep that in mind. Don't just discard anything just yet. All right. Let me get some more extensions here. Okay. There's one. Lower and upper. Rather than bouncing around in between sides, I'm just going to stick to the left side for now. Get situated here. But essentially, that's going to go like that. So this is the inner bracket. These are uniform, so they can go on left or right side, but I'm going to just install that. So the directions call for you to reuse the washer. So the washer that came off there is going to go like that, and then the bolt goes through like that. None of the instructions call for blue Loctite, just as an FYI, but there is a factory torque spec on that. I'm gonna have to look that up in the manual. All right, using my very long extension here, and I'm just gonna throw that on there, get that started, do the same thing on the bottom. And that should be torqued 8 Newton meters. Got it hooked up to my torque wrench. Just gonna give it a little. There's one. And there's 2. Now it's time to install these outer brackets. And so, calls to grab a washer. And they go from the inside to the outside. So I will hand tighten that one first. Alright, one. Let me grab a new wrench here. A little awkward to get to and hold the camera. I'm gonna have to use an open-ended wrench. Same thing for the one on the bottom. Cool. Now both inner and outers are installed. And now should be as simple as installing this like so. And that seems pretty straightforward. Throw some Loctite on a couple of these bolts and then we'll get those installed. Alright, just gonna hit it with this for a second, get everything snug, and then I'll go over it with the actual Allen key. That's pretty sturdy and looks pretty cool. Sweet. Alright, let's do the other side. And before we do the other side, we're gonna just install the flange bolt again. So that should go like this, and I'm gonna throw some blue Loctite on that. So it uses that washer that came in the kit. And we just kind of push that into place. Boom. Reinstalled. Then we'll do the top one real quick. Alright, left side is done. Now we're pretty much going to do the same thing on the right side, except in this case the horn's there, so the horn replaces one of the washers that's over there. So I'm going to set you guys down in a good spot, and then we'll get to work. Alright, same thing, gonna reuse that washer. We're going to reuse obviously the horn bracket. And like last time, make sure that those holes line up. There we go. Install bracket. And then we get to do this whole thing. One thing I've noticed, like that top bolt. Oh man, the horn is in the way. Alright, so this is not designed for the horn. But I also don't have another washer to put in there. Let's see if we can make it work. I might have to remove that and get a little creative. Interesting. Let's see if we can make it work. Let's see if I can modify this. So what I'm going to try and do is put the horn on the back side of that bracket. And then I'm going to look to see if I have another washer somewhere. I might just have to figure out another solution for the horn. Maybe I'll just zip tie it. Okay, so I just threw a different washer in there. And I'm just going to put that bolt in, torque it down, and then I will solve for the horn in a second. be able to get creative. I think I have some washers. Okay, what I did was I bent the bracket so that I can then thread the horn through one of the bolts that goes into the radiator guard. Let's see how that works. Cool. So that should solve for my horn issue. Alright, and now we just get to put the plastic back on. We should be all set. So, flange. And then we'll do the one up top and we're done. So now we've got all the stuff installed. So I relocated the horn, clears everything, just a little bit. And we are set. That is the install for the Enduro Engineering radiator guards. Just know you might have to do some modification if you have a Beta 390 with a horn. So, NBD, but now you know. Alright. Now, just put the seat back on and you're good to go. Make sure that's in place. And we are cooking with gas. Boom. That completes all of the stuff I planned for winter armor. If I can find a pair of swing arm guards, I will. But for now, we're just gonna leave those as is. All right. Now we just need to put on new tires and we're good to go for next season. Thanks for watching this series. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Like and subscribe. Peace.